Hello, cool cats and kittens. It is I, Uncle Mad. I need to begin today's video with an apology. You probably tuned in expecting to see the latest in the Marvel Mondays series. We were supposed to be covering Captain America, the First Avenger today. So I want to apologize right out of the gates for saying that will have to wait till next week. Unfortunately, some information was brought to me that I felt we needed to get out. We needed to get this information out to the people as quickly as possible. Marvel Mondays are fun, but these movies have been out for years. They can wait. This information, this episode cannot. Many of you should probably know Joe Mad, one of our contributors on this channel. There's some information I know about Joe that he had asked me not to publicly divulge in the past, but it's information I was always interested in, information I'd always hoped he would someday feel comfortable talking about. Joe has finally decided now is the time to speak out. He can't hold his tongue anymore. He wants to talk. He wants to tell the truth. So I'm very happy today to be sitting with Joe. We're going to talk about Joe's past, some things that he has not felt comfortable talking about in the past. But it's time for the truth to come out. And Joe, before we even get started, I want to say thank you. It's very brave of you to talk this way today, to share the things you're going to share. I think our viewers are going to benefit so much from having heard what you have to say. I mean, I'm excited because, you know, I just know a little bit. In our personal conversations, we've barely scratched the surface of what you're going to delve into and talk about today. And I can't wait to hear more from what I already know. I just can't wait to see what else is there. So I guess the easiest way to start this out would be just, Joe, do you want to kind of lead in, let everybody know what we're going to be talking about today and why this is so important that we get this information out now, today?
You know, I do have to say thank you, Uncle Mad, for sharing your platform with me. You know, not many people know this. I once had a YouTube channel myself, but I was kicked off the YouTube. I was the #1 vlogger of Six Flags over Tallahassee. And we'll get into why I'm no longer a vlogger of that corporation. Because certain other corporations didn't want me to vlog about that place, Six Flags over Tallahassee. But that's what we're here for today. To expose some truths, to tell some truths, and to uncover the truths. Now, I know you had planned to maybe do like this, like an interview type situation where you'd ask me questions, and then I might answer back and forth, and I don't want to do that. I just want to talk, but also, I was reading on the World Wide Web that the most attractive content types are lists. So we're going to do like a listicle. Look it up, kids. So you just sit over there. I'm going to do this whole thing in list format.
So just to be clear before we move forward, you don't want me to interview you. You just want to read off your list.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to talk. But it's time to tell the truth. And the best way to tell the truth is in a formatted listicle that people can easily comprehend and understand. Like if BuzzFeed were to want to pick this up, they would need it as a list. They couldn't just take me. They don't do interviews on BuzzFeed. You know this. You must know this. You're an internet person.
Okay, you know, you're the content guy. You've given me content gold up to this point, so I trust you. I will certainly sit back. If I think of anything where I want to jump in and ask a question, I might. But, you know, I'll let you take the lead on this, Joe. You know the information. It's your story to tell. I don't want to get in the way of that.
Thank you again. Now, my past is a bit of a mystery, I know. I haven't shared a whole lot about myself. But the truth is, from 2003 until 2017, I was a member of the Disney College program. Now, that's a long time, and obviously I wasn't in it the whole time. Old Joe took some semesters off and went and had some fun. You know what I'm saying? You know. But whenever I was done having my funds, I'd come back to the Disney College program because it's a good job, it's a good opportunity, and let's be honest, Disney is no Six Flags over Tallahassee, but it's a fun park. It's a great place to be. Now, in my time there, my number one job, what I mostly did, was I was Pluto, the dog. And that's important for what we're going to get to eventually. Pluto is a dog. And I believe that my connection to Disney is what ultimately broke down my video series about Six Flags over Tallahassee. I think they didn't like me vlogging about a competing park, so they took me down. I don't have any proof of that. That's what I believe. But maybe that's a story for another day. What we're going to talk about today is some deep, dark Disney secrets that Disney don't want you to know. Because you see, when you're inside the Pluto costume, people forget you're a person. They forget you ain't some big yellow dog. They think you're just a big yellow dog. And they don't know there's actually a guy in there with a beautiful head of hair and the voice of a songbird. And so they talk. And they forget they're talking. And they reveal some deep, dark secrets. And we're going to list them off. The top 5 that I learned in my time in the Disney College program. These are the top 5 secrets Disney don't want you to know. Number 5. Now, you're not going to believe me on this one, but I got the receipts to prove it. I've been told it a million times. I heard it across the board. Shanghai Disneyland. Maybe you heard of it. It's a Disney park, but it's over in China. Nope, it's not. The truth is, Shanghai Disneyland is actually in North Korea. That's right. Disney has orchestrated a large-scale plan to trick people into thinking they're visiting China when they actually visiting North Korea. You get on a plane, you think you're going to China. Do you know where planes go? You don't. You just get on it, you trust them. You get off and they say, welcome to this place. And you say, oh, I'm at this place. But Disney owns the airlines. So when they tell you you're flying to Shanghai, you're flying to North Korea. Kim Jong-un is Mickey Mouse over there. He wears that costume every day. It's his favorite thing in the world to do. They have infiltrated Disney and they have taken one of our parks. There is no Shanghai Disneyland. It's a myth. It's in North Korea. It's the truth. Have you been? Tell me about it. Were you allowed to leave and go to the city? No. You had to stay in the park, in the little resort world that was built for you? That's because it's North Korea, and they don't want you to know. That's fact number 5. Disney secret number 4. Many of you may be familiar with a little beverage called Beverly. Some of you may have even made a quick call to Beverly. Have you launched that spin-off podcast yet? No? Keep an eye out, folks. It's coming. Beverly is a famously bad beverage that you could taste at Club Cool at Epcot. There's also a Beverly cocktail available at the World of Coca-Cola over at Disney Springs. Now, Disney wants you to believe that Beverly is actually an after-beverage drink from Italy, a palate cleanser, if you will. But it's not. Do you think anybody would take the time to actually produce a beverage that tastes that bad on purpose? Nah, not at all. The truth is, Beverly is actually the recycled water from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Yep. Boom. Your mind's blown right now, right? It's the truth. I was there when they pooped it out of the water, poured it into a tank, and rode it over to Epcot. Think twice before you try that Beverly next time, my friends. Don't make a quick call to Beverly unless you know you want to drink Pirates of the Caribbean water that them boats been driving through and Jack Sparrow been dancing in. That's number 4. Secret Disney fact number 3. Now this is where we get into the good stuff, the stuff they really don't want you to know, that only old Joe knows because people talk too much where they think Pluto's not listening, but Pluto was listening all along. Now everybody knows Walt Disney himself had an apartment in Disneyland. You know, we wanted to have a place where he could come, enjoy the magic, oversee the park, look out on his creation. What people don't know is old Michael Eisner had the same vision. He wanted to be Walt Disney 2.0, only back in them days, 2.0 wasn't a terminology people used because it was too early, there weren't technology, blah, 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 blah. You get it. He just wanted to be Walt reborn. So, old Michael Eisner built his own apartment hidden in Walt Disney World. Do you know where that apartment is, my friends? I bet you don't, because old Joe hadn't told you yet. Michael Eisner has a secret apartment in Splash Mountain. Boom, there it is. He built it there, and he lives there to this day. You might see in the news sometimes, if you follow Disney news from time to time, Splash Mountain goes down for a refurbishment. Nope. That's when Disney closes it once a year to try to get Michael Eisner out of there. They have yet to be successful. He's bunkered himself down. It actually worked out pretty good for old Mike because he's got his own little safety bunker for this whole situation that the whole world's found itself in now. He's hunkered down in there to this day. Kind of wish me and Mike were in there together because we could definitely ride it out in the Splash Mountain safety bunker. And that's fact number 3. Secret Disney fact number 2. Now this one's a big one. This one goes back to the very beginnings of Disney itself. Many Disney fans remember the famous video where Walt opened Disneyland. And he said the famous words,
"To all who come to this happy place, welcome."
But what you don't know, that wasn't old Uncle Walt's original message. You see, back then, before social distancing and masks and gloves and whatnot, people just did what they wanted. They hugged, they touched, they shook hands, they fist bumped, they threw a can up in there and shot it with a shotgun. They did whatever they wanted. You didn't have to socially distance. And Walt's original vision for Disneyland was that he would sit outside the gates and each and every night he would kiss each individual person as they left. His original phrase he wanted to say when he opened Disneyland was, "For all who come to this happy place, kiss me." That was the truth. I ain't lying. Never told a lie in my life. But ultimately, some other people talked to old Walt. They said, "Walt, maybe not a good idea. Could spread germs. People might get the wrong idea if you kissing everybody. Your wife ain't gonna like it if you kiss everybody that leaves the park. And quite frankly, that's just too many people to kiss. You're gonna get chapped lips. You just can't do it." So Walt relented, but he got his way somewhat in the end because he added in a little thing called the kiss goodnight, which is a little tribute they play at the end of the night when they're actually closing the park. Google it, you find out what it is. I ain't gonna explain it to you, I ain't got the time. But know this, Walt Disney wanted to kiss every last person as they left Disneyland. And he wanted to say, "For all who come to this happy place, kiss me." Was it right that he wasn't allowed to? Who's to say? We'll never know. The truth is lost to time. But that, my friends, is the number 2 secret about Disney that Disney don't want you to know. Well, my friends, it's time. We have reached the number 1 fact. Secret, deep, dark Disney fact that Disney do not want you to know. And old Joe Mad's going to tell it to you. Now, I referenced earlier, I played Pluto the dog when I was in the Disney College program. Had a little bit of issues with Goofy. Understandable. I think you can all understand that. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of people had a question. Well, if Pluto's a dog, what in the blue blazes is Goofy? Well, my friends, I know the answer. I was in the Imagineers headquarters, which this is a bonus fact, is secretly located inside of Stitch's Great Escape, which is why that closes all the time and they don't reopen it because sometimes they need to come up and do some tricky, dooky, walkie, sci-fi, Imagineering stuff. That is where I overheard some of the Imagineers tell the truth about what Goofy is. And do you know what that is, my friends? Goofy is a dog. That might be a bit anticlimactic. He's a dog that just knows how to talk. No real big revelation there. However, Max Goofy is also a dog. That's the number one fact Disney don't want you to know.
Wow. Joe, thank you so much. That was so brave of you to share. I'm just blown away at your honesty. Thank you for coming on here and telling your truth. I hope our viewers are able to take the words you shared, the information you shared, and learn from it and grow from it and know sometimes the truth is hidden from us. We don't always have the information we should have. Thank you so much, Joe.
Well, of course, you know, I was happy to tell my story, happy to finally expose some of these truths, some of these hidden things that have been taken away and stolen from the public. And there's more. Oh yeah, there is a lot more. But I just wanted to give you 5 today, just a 5. Maybe we do this again. Maybe, I don't know. We'll negotiate afterwards. Maybe. Let him know, people. Hit those comments down below. Like this video. Let him know you want to know more. Joe Mad's Hidden Secrets of Disney.
It was an honor to be a part of this video. There is a fly buzzing around this room right now. I feel like this is that episode of This is that episode of Breaking Bad where Walter White is losing his mind because of a fly. It's been flying around the whole time. It's driving me insane. I'm telling the truth because Joe told his truth. Full disclosure, no more lies. There's a fly flying around the garage. It's driving me insane. I'm not going to cut this from the video because Joe told the truth, and so am I. Thank you once again, Joe. I'm going to kill that fly.
Now say that stupid stuff you always say at the end of the video, and let's just wrap this whole crap up.
It came really close to me. I don't know if that was caught on video, but I think it was right by my head. Number 1, if you have not done so already, subscribe to my channel because this is the kind of deep dive information that the people don't want you to know that we're going to provide to you. So subscribe so you always get this information. Hit the notification bell as well to make sure you always get notified when a new video is posted, because if you miss this one, you might still be living in a haze and not know the truth of what's going on out there. Like the video. I know you like it already, so just go ahead and hit that thumbs up to make sure everybody else knows that you like it as well. If you have any questions about any of the information Joe shared, leave those in the comments down below. I will give Joe access to the channel for the next week or so that he can answer any questions you might have, because I frankly have questions. He didn't want to do this like an interview, which is his right. It's his prerogative. It's his prerogative. But he has agreed to answer any follow-up questions anybody might have. So post those in the comments down below, and he under my account heading will be answering questions in the comments. I'm blown away by this. My mind was blown by the information Joe shared with us today. Thank you for watching. Once again, apologies that we bumped Marvel Monday. It'll be back next Monday, so if you haven't done so already, watch Captain America: The First Avenger. Myself and hopefully nephew Parker will be back to break that whole movie down next Monday. But until then, I once again will encourage you to listen to the words Steve Borden preached from on high when he said, "Don't stand so close to me." Wait, there's more. I got t-shirts now. I don't know how. I was just messing around with it and I decided to make some t-shirts. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to where you can buy some t-shirts. And you can buy t-shirts. You can have Mad About t-shirts. We're going to have Toby t-shirts coming. We're going to have Nephew Parker t-shirts coming. Probably do some Joe t-shirts. He's going to get a cut of that, I'm sure, if he wants it. You will? Okay. His lawyers are going to negotiate with us. But we got a few t-shirts up already. I'll put links down below to where you can go purchase those if you're interested. If not, no big deal. We'll just keep on keeping on. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Stay safe.